Perfect. And we are live. I want to thank everyone for tuning in to a very special edition of Top 5 on the People's Podcast this evening. We have two incredible panelists, recurring panelists, coming back because the streets have been asking, where have reels from Rakia been? And is Marvin going to make it 2 weeks in a row? Because it's been a minute since he's done the same. So Rakia, can you please say what's up to everybody?
Peace, y'all. Thank y'all for coming out. Like always, don't forget to like and subscribe to Brother Joshua's YouTube channel. And I'm so very happy to be back again for the first time.
Yes, ma'am. And Marvin, can you say what's up to everybody?
Peace, love, blessings, and protections to everybody out there.
Okay, good. Today we got some amazing lists, and I look forward to hearing what everybody has. Shout out to our YouTube family as well and all of their comments. All right, let's go. Number 5. We start with you, Marvin. Top 5 hip hop music videos of all time.
All right, this is my first and only time, Josh. Excuse me, I had to.
See, that's what I'm saying, Marvin. Come
on. Look, man, I couldn't leave one or the other out. So I got Pastor Cavassier by Busta Rhymes.
Okay.
And I got Superfly by Missy Elliott.
Okay.
And both of them are very animated in how they make their videos and very unconventional in how they make their videos. So like I just couldn't, like I put Superfly first and then I forgot I put that and then added Pastor Cavassier. So I thought I had 5, but I had 6. So I'm like, I'm not leaving it off. Josh gonna have to be mad at me today. That's all.
Listen, the reason this list was a challenge is because of course we love hip hop. So it's like so many videos I wanted to use. But for me, it's an age thing. I never want to be like people who I see in sports and music and where they call it get off my lawn type people where it's like this is the era. Anything after that's trash. Anything before is trash.
My God. I literally
I was looking at this list and I was like, man, is this just Josh, are you stuck in the millennial time? Like you know, you gotta get some new stuff in there. I was like, oh, don't get stuck. It was hard though for the music videos. All right, so Rakia, what's your number 5?
First of all my music videos coming out of the 90s. I'm there. So from the 1994 To Cal album, Method Man featuring Mary J. Blige, You're All I Need. I'm going to put that one at number 5. I mean, it was the simplicity and it was that raw visual of, I don't want to say thug love, but it was just, I don't know, in that era of every good girl wanting a bad guy, I could just see that being the vibe at that time. So I put that at number 5. You're All I Need, Method Man featuring Mary J. Blige. From the
sorry to disappoint you, Sister Rakia, but that is still the vibe today. Good girls want a bad guy. It hasn't changed.
It hasn't changed. Listen, what's funny is because I wasn't a fan of the Wu-Tang, the artists, or didn't know about them until really I knew the symbolism and Wu and all that. But 2 years ago, I started watching the series, and now I have an appreciation for that video of Method Man so much more because I just knew Method Man from How High moving forward, like that Method Man. I didn't know about the early stuff and all that. So the TV show helped me understand, have an appreciation for Wu-Tang, because I definitely didn't I didn't understand them until I saw the TV series and helped me be like, oh, okay, I get it. This is such a big deal.
And Method Man's a pretty solid guy. He's an awesome husband, like to his wife Tamika, like the whole 9.
Yes, women love Method Man. We get it. They talk about it on every picture he posts. Method Man, M-E-T-H-O-D. Mimi says, peace, family, peace, Mimi. All right, Miss Marvin shouting Missy out because I know how Mimi's Missy's biggest fan. So top 5 hip hop music videos of all time. My number 5 is Mike Stanley Sr. Says peace, Mike Stanley. And she said, welcome back to Rakia. Boom. My number 5 is Tupac, California Love. I just think people sleep. Chris Tucker at that time, you know what I'm saying? When he's coming out, they all in the desert. Him, Dr. Dre, Roger from Computer Love, and Zapp and Roger and all that good stuff. It was California Love was one of the best videos, and man, it was Chris Tucker in his prime. It was like, what are we talking about? It was like, whoa.
I didn't think about that. That's cool.
Yeah. Okay. Sumayoshi says peace. Peace, Sumayoshi, and thank you everyone for watching. Let us know your list. Top 5 hip hop music videos of all time. Number 4, or iconic hip hop music videos. Number 4, who you got, Marvin?
I got Blame It by Jamie Foxx.
Okay.
Yeah, that if you just I watched pretty much all these videos except for one of them. I watched them over to see if I was tripping, or because I know how I am about stuff aging. This is why I don't like 50 Cent at all, because all of his music is aging terribly. Like
You're
It's like
such a
it
hater.
was an illusion, bro. It was
Such
an
a hater.
illusion. We was like caught in the moment. But anyway, yeah, I watched them all, and Blame It did not disappoint. It was like it was so Jamie Foxx. It was like a mix of Hollywood and comedy and just the dope, like the type of party you want to be at. Like a lot of times nowadays, you be like, man, if I go to a party, I know I'm gonna want to leave early. That's the type of party where you be like, man, I don't even want to go home. You know what I mean?
That's a good one. Now, also, Marvin, I was this close to putting In the Club on this list because that's still one of the most iconic music videos of all time.
Oh, really? Oh, really? But how's the song aging, Josh?
Seeing 50 Cent doing push-ups, Dr. Dre in the studio. I mean, in the thing, looking at him while he's working out.
Okay. When's the last time you played In the Club, Josh? Tell me.
I don't be in the club, so I can't say it. I don't be like, you know what I'm saying? It's not mine, you know what I'm saying? Mike Sanders Sr. says EPMD headbangers. Thank you, sir, for always putting this on. I'm not up on EPMD, but we'll definitely look into that. Rakia, that's your time period. EPMD headbangers. Y'all let me know.
Y'all got jokes. And speaking of 50 Cent, he has a concert here in a couple of weeks, and I will be there. Him and Busta Rhymes, by the way.
Him and Busta Rhymes, absolutely. They coming to they was just in New York yesterday or last week.
Yeah. They're gonna be in Tuscaloosa in a couple of weeks, and I'm definitely going.
Thank you. And Marvin needs to go so he can stop hating, so he can see he can get some nostalgia. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Rakia, what you got for number 4?
So my number 4 comes from Little Kim hardcore album. I think that came out in '97. Crush on You.
Okay.
I love that video with the wigs and the different color hair because she did it first. And that was just a very fun song. And who didn't have a crush on somebody? That was just a cute little bop back in the day. And it was a nice visual of the extent that women go through to get a guy's attention when we have a crush on him. It was cute. It's a classic for me. So Crush on You, Lil Kim, 97 was the year.
That's good. I'm thinking of EPMD. That's not the same time period as Lil Kim. They're not the same time period.
Could be.
That's what I'm saying. I thought it was the same time period. You think I'm joking? I was serious. All right. You can't go wrong with Lil Kim and Crush on You. That was a great video. Mike Stanley Sr. says Will Smith Summertime for sure.
Yeah,
I remember that video. With the 3 screens. I mean, the 3 things going back.
That's the only Will Smith song that's timeless and that will last forever. All other ones are trash.
Marvin, you know what I'm saying? You have to take Will Smith out all the time. My goodness.
Wow.
Even though Men in Black was an iconic music video, for the record, y'all don't sleep on him dancing with aliens and stuff like that. That was
the Wild Wild West, they was iconic.
Wild Wild West?
You know? Yeah. You don't like getting jiggy with it? I thought that was a classic.
No, you pushing that.
Absolutely not.
You pushing it with getting jiggy with it. Like, you pushing with that one, but Wild Wild West and Men in Black.
Wild Wild West, for sure.
All right, my number 4. This is a video that a lot of people forget. Sir Mix-a-Lot, Baby Got Back. It was iconic.
Oh, for sure.
Iconic. It was one of the first videos where I saw, like, I was like, yo, this is creativity. Look how he rapped it.
For real, man. It was years later when I realized he was standing on a set of buns, bro. He was really
Marvin. And I'm saying his messaging, I want to interview him. So if anybody knows how to get contact with Sir Mix-a-Lot, let me know. Because his messaging was body positivity for Black women. And now everybody's, pro curves and all that kind of stuff. But at the time, that was not the thing. So, he was ahead of his time. All right, number 3, what you got, Marvin? Who do you have?
I got More Money, More Problems.
That's a good one.
That's like a prototypical rap video. They did it, the big shiny suits, dancers, and
I ain't thinking about that. That's a good one.
Yeah, More Money, More Problems.
I to this day, I still always wanted to have a watch in the video and go like, you know what I'm saying? I never had one. So
they was floating on the air machines and big man. That was like
that was back when Diddy was going through his shiny suit man era.
Absolutely. And Mace was one of my favorite rappers at the time period, so that is what it is. All right, so Rakia, number 3, what you got?
Busta Rhymes, yo. 1996, Woo-Ha, I Got You All in Check.
Oh, but that's a dope video. Like, I thought about it, but I'm like,
everything.
Yeah, that video was
because
everything.
To me, Busta Rhymes is that guy. He's a really excellent lyricist and rapper, and for him to be so whimsical, I thought that was dope because he's not afraid to embrace his individuality. So Woo-Ha, Got You All in Check did it for me.
And I think that puts him in the conversation for best of all time. I know that sounds weird, but like he embodied everything it meant to be a hip hop MC, like everything.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. From the leaders of the old school, new school. What was that group he was in before he was Busta Rhymes? He definitely was the Beyonce of rappers. He was part of a group once upon a time before he became the Busta Rhymes that we know of.
All right, y'all. Listen, I know we have some Busta Rhymes fans here. Okay. Mike Stanley Sr. says EU doing the butt. Okay, so you go on school days for sure. My number 3. Since everybody's Busta Rhymes fans, hit you with no delay. So what you saying, yo? Silly with the 9 milli, with the dilly, yo.
Dilly, yo. Hey.
Put your hands on my eyes can see. I remember clear as day, everybody running around being like, if you really want to party with me, you know, running and all that, and him being like Coming to America, he was creative.
That's the one I couldn't think of. I probably would have put that if I thought about it, but like I couldn't think of that one. So
it was a toss up between that one and.
But when I thought of Pastor Cavassier and I watched it, bro, the middle part when he fight with Monique, boy, you know, like that's it right here.
I gotta go back and watch Pastor Cavassier video. That was ahead of his time too.
Yeah, it's super dope for real.
Marvin, what you got for number 2?
Number 2, I got the great Kanye West with the extended Runaway. That's an art piece.
Can't go wrong with that. Listen, I was already prepared to have Ye at number 2 and Eminem at number 1, but I was like, I'm trying to be unique this time because people always like Josh gonna make Stan number 1. Okay, I was like, all right, I'm gonna try to mix it up this time. Since Raquel, who you got for number 2?
Number 2, I have Missy Elliott, 97, with Super Duper Fly. That's the video where she having the trash bag or the big black suit thing. That was different. It was hilarious and cool all at the same time. And it was nice to see. I mean, she embraced who she was with the finger waves, being a plus size rapper and exaggerating her size with the big baggy clothes at the time. And she looks phenomenal nowadays, by the way. But definitely that video. Missy Elliott and Busta Rhymes kind of had this thing back in the 90s that was just unmatched. And they couldn't have came out at a better time with one another, complimenting each other's styles, male and female. So that was cool.
Absolutely. I like Beat Me 911. I'm surprised nobody ever used that. But when she was a superhero, when she was a superhero with the Brat, and she was like, doing all of that, like,
B-R-A-T, Brat and Missy.
Missy's videos, I really wish we get some creativity, some more creative videos, because I'm not going to complain about Ice Spice and all those videos, because I enjoy those videos. I'm not going to be like a hypocrite and say I don't, but I just think they could add a little bit of that Missy in there, and it'll add to it. Because they attractive women, Coi Leray, Flo, all of them. But if they add a little bit of that Missy in there, it'll be good too. Mike,
women are trying too hard to be sexy, and they don't even know. Men like women that don't gotta try hard. And us, that's for real men. Missy is sexy. That was sexy back in the day for her to be herself and just, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. And Mike Stanley Sr. says clips grinding. You can't go wrong with that. That's a good video. All right, my number two, holding it down for the South. The person who introduced me to like Atlantic culture outside of Outkast, Ludacris, Get Back. What we talking about? Get Back, the big arms, the big Air Force Ones going boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay. It was creative. And Ludacris, he needs to get a lot of credit for his music videos.
He was like the modern version of Busta and all that, for real.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And he was doing the trap era where it was not necessarily cool to be doing all this creative stuff, where everybody else just, is it a trap?
Hey, thanks to Kanye West, it was cool to be yourself at that point.
Absolutely. Number one, most iconic hip hop music video of all time. What you got, Marvin?
International Players Anthem.
Can't go wrong with that.
Yes, Lord. That's a good
start to finish, everything from when they talking to him, asking him why, to the start when Andre go crazy on the track, through the Bun B, which it's just, man, that's the whole video, man. From the rappers to the cast, everybody sitting in the crowd, just crazy.
That's a phenomenal video. One of my favorite videos. Shout out to Sweet Jones.
Yeah.
Mike Stanley Sr. says Ice Cube, it was a good day. Can't go wrong with that.
Absolutely.
Can't go wrong with Ice Cube. It was a good day. All right, so Raquel, what you got? Number one.
Number one, I have Tupac with Brenda's Got a Baby. Came out in 1991, I think. Yeah, 91.
Okay.
The video itself was extremely visual. It went with the song very well, and just to see what was happening, and I guess still happens nowadays, in a rap video, and to show a man compassionate about that and not just a woman. That just always, I was really young when that video came out, but it always stuck with me like, dang, people do that.
That's one of those
Yeah.
things where I haven't seen it in so long, but I could still, when you said visual, I could picture all of it, like all the
him walking away from the dumpster with the baby rapping. I was like, oh no. But yeah, Tupac, Brenda's Got a Baby, man. That was very heartfelt, very well thought out. And I don't know who the director was, but they did a phenomenal job with that one.
Absolutely.
Bringing awareness.
Now Sister Rakia has come out of retirement. We have to do what she would do. Fun fact: the baby that Tupac was rapping about, one of the babies that he was rapping about is the name. I think he said that he shouted out Salt's name from Salt and Pepper. Salt's baby's name from Salt and Pepper. It was so random. It was like one of those random interviews that Salt from Salt and Pepper was talking about the other day on some interview, and she was like, "Yeah, the baby name. This is to my whatever woo woo." She was like, "Yeah, that was my name." Like he was like, Tupac met Salt and Pepper, and it was like it was so impressed with the girl that he named, like shouted the name out of the song. I was like, that was cool.
That is cool.
And Mike Sain said that was his homeboy sister that they asked to play Brenda. Okay, yes sir. See, we always one person away from somebody,
Right.
That was a great.
And it was a rumor that was Lisa Ray. She does favor her, but that wasn't her. I remember a lot of people thinking that was Lisa Ray back in the day. Yeah.
Cool. Number one, I'm going with Outkast. Hey Ya. I just think that it's just iconic. I just think the Andre 2000, all the different hairstyles, the drums, the playing all those different characters. And when it first came out, it was just like, yo, this is where we going. This is what we talking about. It's creativity. I like creative, music videos. And I
Absolutely.
Absolutely. That other video should have made it. I can't even think of the name of the song, but the one where it's the speaker box and the Love Below and they talk about Caroline.
Oh yeah. Roses.
Oh my God, that video is so dope. I just thought about it right now. Just because
one of the finest video girls to ever be a video girl in the history of video. That the main girl from Roses. My God,
she's alright.
I bet.
That woman was so fine. I was like, listen. Let me tell y'all something. All right.
You'd like to thank you.
And the what's the lady from American Idol? She was the music teacher.
Paula
Abdul. Yeah, Paula Abdul.
Paula Abdul.
Yeah, she's a music teacher in the video. All right, let's get into it. All right, top 5 iconic shows that changed TV forever. Let's go. Number 5, Sister Rakia, who you got?
So number 5, I'm going to put Moesha, that debuted back in '96. To me, Moesha was like the modern day Facts of Life. Okay. I don't know if y'all are familiar with Facts of Life. It came out back in '79, but it was definitely the modern day Facts of Life. Just being a teenage girl growing up, watching someone experience the exact same things that you were going through. Because I don't know, I think in our community as a whole, outside of like the nation, parents don't really talk to you about the stuff that really, really matters. It's just like, don't do that, stay away from that. And just to see somebody go through that and have a relationship with their parents or adults in the community that they could talk to, it was just like, okay, bet. And you would take notes to that. Like it really helped me with expressing myself to both my parents and my aunties who I were close with about boys and not wanting to take the path that your parents may want you to take in school. It was really dope. So I think that was a staple that was needed. Moesha. Yep.
That's a great answer and a great example, because besides my sister Naima, I don't know nobody else who likes Moesha. I don't understand it. I just like, why are you watching the show every time it comes on?
Yeah,
in front of the thing.
You learn a lot. Like, you learn a lot about what to do.
Coming on Moesha, I was like, man, I don't know.
Moesha was a visual girl talk. All the things that your sister and her friends talked about just played out on Moesha. It was like, it was dope.
All right, Mike Stanley Sr. says, good times. Can't go wrong, good times for sure. It defines an era as well. Marvin, what you got?
All right, y'all know I watch TV, so my answers was based on outside looking in, things I was hearing on the streets. So I picked The Wire because when The Wire came out, everybody was chirping, and I would guess that it changed the way TV was made a little bit too. Like bold, I feel like all these ones that I picked just made TV a little bolder afterwards.
You can't go wrong with The Wire. I've never watched it, which everybody always be like, "How you ain't never seen The Wire?"
Yeah,
it's just I never got into it. Even though I love HBO, it's just like I never got into The Wire. But I like the characters from what I see, but I don't know the backstories. All right, my number 5. Speaking of HBO, Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones showed that you can make a time like a timepiece, but in a modern context. Like when they show it, like this is like so many centuries away and dragons and all that. It didn't matter. Everybody was watching Game of Thrones and the Starks. So Game of Thrones. You can't go wrong with Game of Thrones. All right, number 4. What you got, Sister Kid?
So number 4, I'm gonna go with A Different World that debuted back in 1987. Just from the cast alone, I mean, wasn't that like a star-studded cast?
It was.
Jada Pinkett, Jasmine Guy, Patti LaBelle,
Tupac,
Kadeem Hardison, everybody, Lisa Bonet, Debbie Allen, Sinbad. Like the list just goes on and on, just on the cast alone. But just to see Black people excelling academically, and it wasn't just about football, baseball, basketball. And to see people have responsible relationships and they were getting married, it was like, it was really righteous. You know what I'm saying? And the pearls and the wisdoms and the messages in that show, it was awesome to have supportive parents, to have a village, because teachers were the professors was more than just educators. Like they really stepped in and helped steer you in the right direction and keep you striving towards righteousness. Yeah.
You can't go wrong with A Different World, and you can't get that was one of the first shows that made me have a crush on Jada Pinkett. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
Now,
I was mad at her, honey. The way she was looking at Tupac.
How crazy you were for that, Josh? What do you got to say for your?
Listen. I mean, we get it. You know what I'm saying?
None of us knew, because when Low Down Dirty Shame was on, boy, I was infatuated. I ain't gonna lie. I can't even lie to you.
Listen, Mike Stanley Sr. says Def Comedy Jam. That's a good one. That's a great one. I'm surprised I said Def Comedy
Excellent
Jam.
one.
I think about that. That's a real good one.
All right, Marvin, what you got for number 4?
Josh, you'll be very proud. The Office.
The Office. Okay, that's on my list. Yeah, The Office for sure.
I just think, like I said, it's one of those things that definitely, even though I think it's corny and cheesy, it definitely made TV, kind of advance and think outside of the box and try something, weird. And weird sometimes works. As The Office, I don't like it, but there's tons of Office fans. Like, doesn't matter what I like, technically they doing great.
Yeah. And it did better in syndication than it did like when it was on TV. So people like catching on all these years later. Like I watched it in syndication. I didn't watch when it was out. I wasn't up on that. I watched it once it was like reruns, and I was just binge watching. I was like, what is this? And just started watching all the shows. When it was out, I ain't watch it. So yeah. My number 4, The Simpsons. What are we talking about?
I had them in my mind.
Man,
I thought about them.
Listen, I will fall asleep to The Simpsons any day of the week. It don't matter what it is. All them episodes, I'm like, hey, The Simpsons is comfort. It makes you, what I'm saying? It's gonna bring you peace. You know it's gonna be a little boom boom. They're gonna go to Moe's. It's gonna be some Barry boom boom, and I'm going to sleep. Like it's just good. But it changed how everybody. There's no Family Guy, and I love Family Guy. There's no American Dad without The Simpsons. There's no Boondocks. There's no all the cartoons with political satire and all of that. Man, that's The Simpsons.
Mm-hmm.
All right, number 3. What you got, Sister Kid?
Boondocks. Speaking of cartoons, I got the Boondocks.
I got it now, Josh. It's Sister y'all fault for saying Boondocks twice. Y'all should have kept it out of my mind.
I mean, for all of the obvious reasons, man. It's hilarious. It's the uncle everybody. If you don't have an uncle like Grandpa, somebody in the family or a close friend in the family like him. I love the relationship between the brothers. I was at awe when I found out that Regina King did the voiceovers for him.
Both.
It's just,
and it's so amazing because they say someday she would do both in succession, bro. Do you know how hard it is to
exactly
have her voice to go from Riley to
Huey? Yeah. Crazy. Yes.
That's real talent, and you can't. And Boondocks is great, and I wish that the Magruder dude would come, do something else and come up with another spinoff or something where he just don't let the creativity go. Because I know he still is burning inside his stomach that he can write something. You can create something.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Stanley Sr. says New York Undercover for sure. All
yes,
right.
sir.
Let's go, Marvin. Number 3. What you got?
Number 3, I got Modern Family for number 3.
Yeah. Okay, Marvin. Yeah, that's a good one.
And again, it's just my ear being like, I don't watch nothing, but I still hear everybody. I got friends that love theater shows and stuff like that, so they be talking about it. And then just seeing it, you could tell Modern Families is when you see a clip of it, like, man, this it seems cutting edge, new, different, not like, cliche.
Listen, there's one of the greatest actresses of all time is on that show named Gloria. On the show, you need to go back and you need to watch it, Marvin. You need to study it. Listen, her talent is beyond, like, she's so talented. You gotta watch it.
Truth be told, she is talented a little bit, but she fine too.
You gotta watch it, Marvin. You gotta watch the whole show, man. She's a natural talent. That's all I'm gonna say. She's a natural talent.
Look, her and Four Brothers shows the talent that she has, bro.
Man, listen, and she's grown. She was in Soul Plane too, so she's grown from a lot. She's been in a lot of stuff. All right, listen, my number 3, the first show I watched that I was aware that there was no laugh track and that they were talking to the camera. That was like breaking the fourth wall with no laugh track, and that's The Office. That format of that, man, listen, it's just comedy, and it's like, because I like sitcoms. I love Everybody Loves Raymond, King of Queens, Martin, shows with the laugh track, the joke, the basic 3-camera thing. But to see The Office, they changed all that, and it was good, and I was like, all right. And then from that, Parks and Recreation and all kinds of the shows. The new show, Abbott Elementary, that's inspired from The Office. All of that, you know what I'm saying? Office that changed a lot. All right, number 2.
Josh, I'm pushing back. Will Smith used to look into the camera all the time on Fresh Prince.
No. I ain't saying it's the first show to break the fourth wall. I said to break the fourth wall with no laugh track. Nah, what's Zach Morris is doing on Saved by the Bell. He used to talk to the camera. Yeah. And he slowed down time. They like, let's go back in. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that is true.
Okay, listen, let's go. Number 2. What you got, Rakia?
2020's Lovecraft Country. Who doesn't like Black sci-fi? So
Okay.
I hope that it showed the world that we are into all kinds of genres of film. The Black sci-fi was dope. I don't know what happened to that. I've heard all the conspiracies, all the theories as to why we no longer have Lovecraft Country, but I wish they would bring it back. They may be kind of hard with all of the legal stuff that Jonathan Major has going on. I hope he gets that together. But with Jonathan Majors, Journey Smollett. Yeah. I mean, that was a great show. It really kept me on the edge of my seat. And I wish they would bring it back. They need to run that back.
Listen,
Lovecraft Country.
I'm all for Black sci-fi, and I'm all for Journey Smollett because she's one of my favorite actresses as well. Marvin, what you got for number 2?
Yeah, Atlanta for number 2.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I ain't thinking about Atlanta, Marvin. I ain't thinking that's a good one.
I'm the only person that don't even watch TV. But I seen one clip of Atlanta, and it was just like it screamed Donald Glover's genius all over it.
Man.
So and you could tell whatever he was doing. That's probably something I need to watch for real. I'm sure the art and what he's portraying is just beautiful. And whatever he does, the art is just top notch. So I can imagine, it's real good.
Man, I ain't thinking about Atlanta, Marvin. That's a great one.
That's an excellent one.
Naima, I just talked about The Office. Marvin even talked about The Office. Thank you for watching. She was like, The Office is sitcoms. Yeah, Atlanta's amazing. Marvin, listen, binge watch, tell a girl, whoever you're talking to, be like, hey, let's watch one episode a day or something. I guarantee y'all fly through that show. Especially how they did a Goofy movie. The way he broke down the Goofy movie, it was like his imagination of what the Goofy movie was really about. It was great. All right, my number 2. Josh always talks about it all the time. It's the greatest TV drama of all time, crime drama of all time. The Sopranos. I'm just telling y'all gotta watch. Listen, get on The Sopranos. You talk about aging well, the same stuff, family, workplace, love, drama, crime, murder, loyalty. I love The Sopranos.
Hey, Josh mentioned The Sopranos as much as I mentioned Django, just for the record.
I'm just telling you, Marvin, you watch it. I'm telling you, Sopranos.
We both literally. You might as well get a Soprano tattoo, and I'm definitely getting a Django tattoo.
Listen, because I try so hard. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to get stuck in the time period. So I'll always watch the new stuff, BMF, Power, whatever's new, I'm gonna watch it. And I'm not gonna compare it to The Sopranos because there is no comparing to The Sopranos. Like, if you compare, you ain't gonna watch that new. I gotta watch something new. So I'm like, I wish something would come up. Cause I like Breaking Bad and all this stuff, but it ain't nothing such as Sopranos. All right, my number one is unique, like Marvin's number 2, and like Sister Rakia's number 3. Sister Rakia, what's your number 1?
My number 1 is the Chappelle Show. Speaking of good comedy, it's like he heard the conversations amongst friends and made it into a show. Like, don't we always watch stuff and make fun of it? I think that Chappelle was genius for that. That was just some pure laughter.
That's a great one.
The Black White Klansman, that one, oh my God, goodness, I laughed.
The racial draft.
Listen, when he won the lotto and bought everybody all that chicken. Listen, I just, the Chappelle Show, that's the staple, I think, in the community, and it's hilarious. It's a classic.
I don't think it'll ever be matched because of Chappelle's genius and articulation of core issues that he like made hilarious. But then you look back and you was like, damn, he was being thought provoking while making us cry laughing.
Yeah, and all the story times with Eddie Murphy and what's the one guy?
Charlie Murphy.
And
true Hollywood stories that were really true Hollywood stories.
Yeah.
I had no clue were real until later when
Rick James. That's what I'm thinking of. The Rick James stories.
And nobody talks about how Bill Burr was a part of the show, and Bill Burr is one of my favorite comedians. And Bill Burr is like, he was he wasn't funny back then. Now
I swear, if you go back and watch everything Bill Burr says in the show, is hilarious, bro. You gotta go watch.
I'm like, Dave Chappelle had an all-star lineup.
Yeah, he did.
And the other dude, because I don't think he's funny.
Dr. Rollins.
Yeah, I don't think he's funny without Dave Chappelle. Like, everybody want to keep like by himself. He's not funny.
Yeah, it's true. Dr. Rollins is an acquired taste. Sometimes he's funny, most of the time. Like, nah, bro.
Because he's falling on the floor on all interviews, and I'm like,
no. But everything he did in the Chappelle Show was gold, bro.
Yeah. He got. That's what I'm saying. He living off the Chappelle Show. Because outside of that, I'm like, even his. I don't know if y'all watch BMF. His role on BMF is like, come on, bro. You got to be kidding me.
Right.
It's the silliest thing I've ever seen. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. Like, this is like about Big Meech, like gangsters and drug dealers, and this man is a clown.
But there's always one of those around in the midst of. So
I'm like, what is going on? All right, Marvin, what's your number one iconic TV show, man?
My original number 1 alone was South Park, but I don't know how in the world I let the Boondocks slip my mind, because I agree that The Simpsons made way for these, but South Park let us know that there are no boundaries, bro.
South Park for sure.
You wild out. So that gave way for your Boondocks, which is top notch. You know what I mean? Yeah. The South Park might push the envelope, but Boondocks just burn that joint for real.
Yeah. For sure, South Park, and for sure, the Boondocks. And that's what I'm saying. I hope that he keep all these other shows, they still keep going. So we got to tell the dude Magruder, like, man, make something else and just come back in another way, because he sold his rights to all them characters. Make some new characters, bro. We know that genius ain't gonna go nowhere.
Absolutely.
And Mike Stanley Sr. says In Living Color, for sure. You can't go wrong with Living Color. All right, my number 1, Cincinnati's own, but who was popular in Chicago, Jerry Springer. Everybody wanted to act like people want to forget about the talk show. Jerry Springer was like, man, that's my childhood right there. Jerry Springer, he pushed so many envelopes, and he was anti without like being like anti. It was like, yo, this is like, I didn't watch Oprah. That's my mom's in them shows, watching Oprah and all of that. I like Maury, and like I like the ratchet. You know what I'm saying? I want to see some ratchet TV and Jenny Jones and all that kind of stuff. And Jerry Springer was he did that. Jerry Springer did that. That's my boy. So it's like, yeah. All right, let's go. Top 5 shoes of all time. Number 5. We're going with you, Marvin.
I got Knee Gash. I know it's not going to be popular, but I'm pretty sure they're black owned. They have like high quality shoes and boots. Check it out. Everybody check it out. I guarantee I got a couple. Matter of fact, I'm just because.
Okay, look at Marvin getting a sponsorship. Okay.
Bro, look.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not up in it.
They really
black
make
on?
they really make high quality shoes, bro. And like and thinking outside the box. I love fat shoes, the old school big shoe boot looking. So they got a lot of that type of stuff and all type of weird Egyptian looking stuff. So Negash, I'm going with Negash number
And it's
5.
black on.
I'm pretty sure it is.
It is.
I never heard of it. That's that. All right, look at Marvin putting this on. All right, so Rakia, what you got for number 5?
Crocs.
Hey, hold on, wait. That's extremely low. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? That's low. That is low.
All right, pause. I'm gonna move it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna move it.
I spoke to her logic because you know I'm right.
You're right. You definitely right. The world ain't been the same since then. I'm gonna take it back. Y'all remember those Chinese shoes that you get out the beauty supply store that women used to wear with the different colors?
With the little roses, little things on it, little roses.
Yes, those are the ones. Number 5, the Chinese shoes.
Yeah, there you go. Got you.
Yeah.
Well, listen, Mimi said she loves Crocs. That's who we know. And I don't know what that Chinese shoes are, but I remember looking at a girl before we went, hey, what you doing with them on? You gotta take, you ain't wearing them.
Crocs make sneakers now. I have on a pair of Crocs sneakers, y'all, and they so comfortable.
That's right. All right, my number 5 is gonna sound real capitalistic, and I never even had a pair, but I always want a pair. I'm gonna get one day, just as like a symbol of American type success. But I gotta go with Gucci flip flops. I see everybody wearing them. It's a thing in Atlanta. Everybody has Gucci flip flops. Everybody was rocking them for like a time. I said one day I'm gonna get them. Could have got them, but when I saw the check, I was like, yeah, it gotta make sense. It gotta make sense to the lifestyle. But I see culturally what Gucci flip flops represent. So I'm going with Gucci flip flops. Marvin, I know it's not Ngisi, the black shoe company you just said, but yes, I'm going. You know what I'm saying? Still.
No, the thing is, I'm cheap as can be, but I understand what you mean culturally. Like I would never get a pair of Gucci flip flops, but if I had the money, I probably would, just because I want to, embody what the culture is. Yeah. Let me stop.
Listen,
so I can sing songs. You feel me?
Yes, Naima said yes. The beauty supply shoes, and then she says Uggs. I didn't think about Uggs because everybody was wearing Uggs, and I never got Uggs either. So yeah. Number 4, what you got, Marvin?
I got 2 different sets of Jordans, but I got the Jordan 11s. I don't know if I know a lot of people know the numbers. I didn't. I had to look it up, but it's they like kind of like the ones with the cross strap.
Yeah. So you're going to Jordan 11s? Now you're talking extremely low. My God.
No. I'm lying. Not the ones with the cross strap. I'm talking about the ones with the patent leather on the front. I'm tripping. The patent leather on the front and like the net in the middle. So they patent leather around the front parts, like patent leather around this part, and then regular in the middle.
It's like the Space Jam Jordans.
I don't know. I'm gonna look it up real quick. Y'all keep going.
Okay, yeah. Okay, since Rakia said she's in the middle of a tornado, would you be safe, since Rakia out there, because the weather is going crazy? Yes. All right, listen, my number, text her, says she logging back on. Yes, ma'am. My number 4, I got to go with Prestos. I don't know why they just went away forever. It seemed like but at one point, I had a lot of Prestos. They was a cool shoe. And they was nice, running shoes. Everybody had Prestos, and I was a big fan of Prestos. Probably my favorite shoe of high school. Everybody was on Air Max and stuff like that, and I had some of those, but I like Prestos. Prestos was for sure. All right, number 3. What you got, Marvin?
I got the Jordan 5s.
Okay, I know about the 5s.
Yeah, the 5s. I mean, and I think most people know, because I think that's the greatest Jordan that was ever made. For real.
The
like
5s? You going to the 5s with them? Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I would go with 5.
Listen, Jordan's on my list, but it's a little higher up. All right, my number 3, gotta go Air Force Ones, man. Just white on white, mid. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go.
I to tell you the truth, I hate the shoe nowadays just because of what it's becoming and cliche. You know what I mean? But you can't deny the run, bro. Like it's still our kids are still like, Dad, I want a pair of the Air Force Ones. Like, man, skip to that. I know it. I know all about Air Force Ones. You talking about some Air Force? We don't know nothing about no Air Force.
What number are we on?
Three. Space. Sister Rakia, you straight? We don't want you out there getting blown away now.
I know, right? I'm okay.
Okay, yes, sir. And is that something that happens a lot in Birmingham or no?
It does, man. We get a tornado every other day around here. I'll be all right.
For real? I didn't know that. For real.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
No, it kind of makes sense of the pocket it's in with the heat right there. You know, Alabama. It makes sense though.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. So, Sister Rakia, what's your number 4?
My number 4 is going to be jellies, the classic jellies that from back in the day.
Okay, yes.
Y'all, I had some jelly heels. Don't tell nobody, but you couldn't tell me nothing with the bongo jeans with all the different colors, man. I thought I was fly. Yeah.
All right, what about your number 3?
My number 3 is going to be Reeboks, especially the joints with the bubblegum bottoms.
Okay,
like,
okay.
Y'all seen the lights just flicker? I gotta make this quick. Reeboks. Yes, I had the kind with like the clear bottoms and the army fatigue bottoms. I think you had a post, Brother Joshua, about Reeboks. I did. And listen, I'm from Mobile, Alabama, and if you ain't have a pair of Reeboks, what was you doing?
Okay.
What was you doing?
Number 2, Marvin, what you got?
I got Nike Blazers at number 2. I don't know if everybody look it up, Nike Blazers, but it's like a typical dress gym shoe. That's what you would call a Nike Blazer. Like you wear a Nike Blazer with like how everybody wear with suits now and stuff like that. So
okay, look at Marvin putting this on as fashion. Yes, sir. All right.
Hey, Nike Blazer, like it's one thing I might be real cheap, but I spent some money on some shoes, as you can see, because these costs are pretty penny.
Oh, so they're expensive. The black shoes are expensive. I know that.
Oh man, look, I'll be in a thrift store and then be online like just $500. That ain't that.
Did he say the black shoe?
I mean, yeah, because I'm saying like the black clothing line. I didn't know about these shoes. I didn't know that there was my number 2 is black and my number 1 is black. So everybody, you know what I'm saying? So I was like,
even then, or you know me, I just wait till they have sales and stuff. I catch them. They $200. I wait till they like 125, 100. Then I go back.
All right, let's go. Sister Rakia, what you got for number 2?
Crocs.
Crocs.
I'm gonna bring it back. Like Crocs.
Yeah, I'm glad you came to your senses. All right.
Yeah, for obvious reasons, man. The world ain't been the same since they dropped.
Oh, bro, that's exactly why they might look.
And they are legitimately comfortable.
Beyond comfortable.
I see everybody.
That is the chosen shoe of all kitchens. Do you know the kitchen is the most stand-up place? Like people stand in the kitchen more than they stand anywhere. So, you know, if they choosing the Crocs, they comfortable.
Yeah, everybody's wearing Crocs, even in the Alabama fight. Somebody got beat out of their Crocs. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Up the street in Montgomery. Okay. Yeah.
All right, my number 2 is Yeezys. What are we talking about? It was like, man, you got like I always wanted the Red Octobers, never got them. They probably gonna sell for like $10,000 now.
Literally $10,000, bro.
But I always wanted them. I ain't get them, but these like iconic like shoes is the Yeezys, but primarily the Red Octobers because those are the ones I want. All right, number 1, what you got, Marvin?
It's crazy that you say Yeezys because right before that, I created another Ty Josh. I had Crocs by themselves, but the same thing happened to me. I was like, damn, I didn't think about Ye. And you know that's my favorite rapper. And my favorite rapper literally took the shoe game. Hold up, I ain't trying to stunt, man. But the Yeezys jumped over Jumpman.
Yeah.
Not only is the rap crazy, but it really happened like that, bro. Like he took over the shoe game. Like Yeezy is a bigger brand than Jordan, bro. It really is.
Yeah.
Jordan had his run though. Let's see if Yeezy have the longevity is Jordan's though.
It will just because people crazy, right? And people.
I gotta pay $10,000 for some Red Octobers. Like, what is happening? Like, what is going on?
I'm going, guys. That's what I said. I'll be in the thrift store online. Some 10,000 ain't that bad. I'm gonna buy this $2 thrift store short and I'm gonna wear them with my $10,000 Red October.
$10,000 Red Octobers. All right. So Rakia, what's your number 1?
The only thing that's halfway as comfortable as Crocs, but to me a little bit more stylish is the simplicity of a Nike slide.
Okay. King of Nike
Just
slide.
An OG Nike slide.
Yeah, you gotta go old school. The new ones, they hard and all ruffled at the bottom.
And they got those the design at the bottom. It actually hurt your feet. Well, that's the stuff I'm like.
Now this used to be comfortable.
Yeah, my sister has some with pockets on them. I'm like, they doing too much, but just the regular Nike slide.
Yeah, for sure.
That's good. And Sister Ricky, I didn't know you had a sister. That's like,
my sister named Brandy. That's how I ended up in Birmingham. She got married and started having children. I kept coming back and forth visiting my nieces. Met somebody, ended up marrying him, and now I'm here.
Hey, shout out to Birmingham. All right, Marvin, what's your number one?
I did Crocs and Yeezys together.
Oh yes, and some kids number one. My number one, and thank you everybody who's watching. My number one are. I'm surprised nobody said these are honorable mentions. Nobody said Vans, and I
love Vans.
And I ain't hear nobody say the Back to the Future shoes. You know what I'm talking about, like the tall.
Yeah. No.
All right, well I'm going with. I hate to be urban and ghetto, but gotta go with the Jordan number ones. That's like the most iconic shoes. Like my nephew's watching Miles Morales Spider-Man. And he's like, yo, these did Jordan. I'm like, what is going on? Like all these years later,
the retros.
You gotta have them. It's like, man, I need that. Just a red and black, boom, boom. Spider-Man is wearing Jordans. Like, what is going on right now? So, like, you know, what is happening?
Jordan is gonna have a longevity forever, bro. It's never gonna go away. Ever.
Yeah. I'm like, damn. I'm like, look at this. Okay, boom. I want to thank everybody for watching. Sister Rakia, can you please say goodbye to everybody, please?
Thank y'all for coming out. God bless y'all and good night.
Yes, ma'am. Marvin, give us a word while Sister Rakia is spinning around in the tornado like Dorothy from Wizard of Oz.
That's funny. I just watched The Wiz. We watched The Wiz. It's still a classic, still really good. I always try to talk about stuff that's current and going on with me. I think a big problem in our community right now is how we feed our children. You wanna overindulge, that's totally fine. It's not really totally fine, but all good. Let's stop feeding our children that way though. Like, give your children a chance to live healthy, and then let them decide if they're gonna live in sickness, right? Because it's not fair for you to push your habits, and we should know better by now. We've been doing this stuff over and over again. You know, I countless times I talk about how we eat bad. That's cool, but let's not do that with our children. Like I've heard too many stories of young people with diseases that should never be in a child. You know what I mean? And it is the food, bro. It's the food, and it's also mentally. If you stressing your child out, so put your child in great position mentally, and also physically feed your child what he needs to be healthy. You can't be mentally well if you're physically sick. So feed your child well.
Good, Marvin. Yes, sir. All right. Well, thank you everyone for watching. This is Joshua Leonard Muhammad signing off for the People's Podcast. Boom. Can't wait to put this on YouTube, y'all. There we go.